Hard Shark won 317.78. Is high. Deuce is low. Call it right. And win the dough on Card Shark. And here's the host of Card Shark, Jim Perry.
Hi, thank you. Thank you. Hi, you're great. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for joining us. Card Shark. A game of decisions where you can win a fortune on the turn of a single card. So let's get to the cards. Hello there, Janice. And ladies, if you will, start dealing out the cards. Janice will deal the red cards on the top for the champion, and the blue cards at the bottom will be played by the challenger. Now, let's meet today's Card Sharks. Hi, Jack.
Hi, Jim.
Good to see you again. This is our champion, Jack Campion. I like that. Our champion, Jack Campion, won over $4,000 yesterday. Good to see you back. You want to tell us a little more about yourself?
Well, Jim, I'm single, and I'm in law school. I'm working for a judge, and I plan to win this game.
Got some of the ladies. Some of the ladies like that right away. Yes. And we'll welcome our challenger we're meeting for the first time. This is Pam Hillings. Hi, Pam. Welcome
Hi, Jim.
to Card Shark.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I'm single, too.
Oh.
I'm an administrative assistant in finance at Max Factor. I formerly taught high school, and I'm studying acting also.
Terrific. Busy lady. Both single, Pam. This is Jack. Jack, this is Pam. Good luck to both of you. And now let's take a look at the cards. Cards, we play with 52 cards, 2 decks of 52. And the cards on the top, the red cards, will be played by the champion, Jack. And the bottom cards, the blue cards, will be played by our challenger, Pam. Now, the object of the game is to work your way across the board, predicting whether each of these cards is higher or lower than the one that precedes it. But before you can call high-low on the cards, you have to first answer a high-low toss-up question. All of our toss-up questions are based on a poll of 100 people, so that'll test your ability to judge human nature. Thank you, R2-D2. We're ready to go. And the first question, we asked 100 married women. 100 married women. Jack, the question to you. We asked those 100 married women in a California studio audience, have you ever steamed open a letter addressed to your husband to see what was inside? How many said yes?
In a California studio audience.
Yeah.
Huh? I don't think too many women are that nosy. I'll say, I think 15 of them
15
said they did
of them.
that.
All right. Women kind of like that. You're sticking up for them. Pam, do you think the actual number is higher or lower than 15? Higher. What do you say?
Gosh. I've steamed open a lot of letters, and I'm single, so I don't know. I will, that is a tough question, and I will say lower.
You say lower.
Yeah.
All right, well, if it is lower, Pam, you get to the board first. If it is not lower, then Jack will get to play his cards first. And I'll find out as you do. The actual number of married women who said they've steamed open a letter addressed to their husband is 14. It's lower and just lower. Yeah. Pam, you get the first look at the cards. We'll show you your base card. You won the toss-up question, so you have the right to change this base card if you'd like. And your base card is a 7.
Oh,
you want to play that or you want to change it?
No, I will change that card.
See if we
That's
can
terrible.
improve it. Here's the next card off the top of your deck, and you must play this one. It is a queen. That's a pretty good card there. All right. Pam, is this next card higher or lower than that queen?
The next card is lower.
Lower than a queen. Now remember, if it's another queen, you lose. It must be lower than a queen. And it is a 3. Yeah, very much lower. All right, Pam. Now, at this point, you can freeze and protect your position, or you can continue calling high-low all the way across the board. But if you make one missed call, you lose all of your cards back to your original base card, and Jack will get a shot at his cards. What's it going to be? You want to play this or freeze?
Right. I agree with the audience. I'll go.
You're going to go.
Right. The next card is higher.
And you say higher than a 3. And it is a king. Wow. Low, high. reply, you can freeze or you can continue, but now you've got a couple of cards to protect. What's it going to be?
Oh, boy. Yeah. I'm going with that king. The next card is lower.
Lower than a king. And it is an ace! Oh! You lose all three of those cards. And Jack gets a look at his cards and his base card, which he cannot change. You must play this, Jack. It is an ace! Yeah! Oh, boy. Yeah. Jack, call this one higher or lower?
It's got to be lower, Jim.
Got to be lower. You'd only lose with another ace. It is a 7.
Right.
What's it going to be, Jack? You can freeze, you can continue, make a decision.
It's not a very good card, but it's still so early. I'm going to keep going. I'm going
You're
to
gonna
gamble.
keep going.
The next card is higher.
Higher than a 7, and we have an 8. Just higher. You're up the middle now. What's it going to be?
That's a horrible card. I'm going to freeze.
You're going to freeze it. We'll move the freeze bar over. That 8 becomes your new base card. Jack, we can't take those cards away from you now. You've got them. And Janice, if you will, fill in the spaces here as we go to the next high-low toss-up question. But before we do, I must tell you that the first player to get to the end of the board wins the game at $100. We play the best 2 out of 3. The winner of the match gets a crack at the money cards and possibly more than $25,000. Here's the next high-low toss-up question. Pam. We asked 100 Playboy bunnies, is it important to you that the man you marry be wealthy? How many said yes?
Ooh, boy. I think lots of women like to plan to marry wealthy men.
Playboy bunnies.
Yeah, Playboy bunnies. I'm sure they would love that, and I will say that the number is 75.
75. So her judgment of human nature says that 75 of them would. Jack, higher or lower? Higher,
I just
yeah.
got a suspicion that a lot of Playboy bunnies really want to marry into wealth, so it's higher than 7.
You say higher. We'll find out. This might be an interesting answer here. The actual number of Playboy bunnies who said it is important that the man they marry be wealthy is 64. It is not higher, it's lower. Pam. You want to play this queen or do you want to change it?
No, I'll stay with a queen.
Then make your call.
And the next card is lower.
Lower than a queen, it is a 4. Good card this time. Pam, you got burned before. Are you going to go?
I am going to go. And the next card is higher.
Higher than a 4. Remember, you'd lose with another 4. It is a 6. Oh. The odds get a little bit tougher. What's your call on this card?
I'm going to go with a 6, and the next card is higher.
Again, she's going to gamble. Higher than a 6, it is a 10. Gamble paid off. Pam, here's where we stand now. If you turn one card over, you'll win the game. But if you make a missed call on this card, you're back where you started, losing all of the cards. It's your decision. Are you going to try it or are you going to freeze? What's it going to be?
I'm going to go for it.
You're going to go for it?
Yeah.
Make the call.
Take a chance. This card is definitely lower.
Lower than a 10.
Yeah.
If this is lower than a 10, you have the first game of the match. If it is not, Jack is still in it, and you lose all of your cards. It is... No, it's a Jack. It's not lower. You've lost all 4 cards. Back to the base card. Jack, you get a chance to play off this 8. You cannot change it. Make your call.
It's 50-50. It's higher than that 8, please.
Higher than an 8, and we have a 7. It's not higher. Couldn't take advantage of it. We'll fill in the spaces and go to the next high-low question. Wow, the cards are bouncing around. Jack, back to you. We asked 100 married women in a California studio audience, have you ever gotten so mad that you made your husband spend the night on the couch?
Whoa.
How many said yes?
I bet a lot of them got that mad, but I don't know if they meant that. It made him stay on the couch. I think only about 12 of them. 12 of them. Definitely 12.
A lot of them may have wanted to.
Right.
Pam, higher or
Yeah.
lower than 12?
I say it's higher.
You say higher. Would you do that to your husband, Pam?
No, I wouldn't
Oh,
ever
of
get
course
mad
not.
at him.
Yes. The actual number of married women who said that they made their husband spend the night on the couch is 52. It is higher. Pam. Again, we're looking at the queen. You want to play it or change it?
No, I'm going to play it and say the next card is lower.
Lower than a queen. Here we go again with Pam. It is an 8 this time. You're going to freeze it or play this card? What's it going to be, Pam?
I'm going to go.
You're going to go. And it's what?
I'm going to go and say the next card is higher.
Higher than an 8, and we
Come
have
on.
another 8. It is not higher, and again, Pam is busted. Jack, back to you to play off your 8 with this card.
All right, let's go, Jim. That's higher. It's gotta be
Higher than an 8, and it is Jack. That is higher. You want to freeze it, or you want to turn that last card over, Jack?
Jack looks good to me. That next card is lower.
This is it, lower than a Jack, and you have the first game of the match. It is a king. Oh, they're really bouncing around. Fill them in, and we'll get to the last question. And this is sudden death. Someone must win on this next turn of the cards, so getting control of that board is most important. Here we go. It goes to you, Pam. We asked 100 secretaries. Do you think you're competent to take over your boss's job? How many said yes?
Boy, I would think a lot of them would love to think that. But to do it is another thing.
How many,
Let's
Pam?
see. I would say 30.
She says 30. Jack, higher or lower?
No, it's lower. Lower than 30.
You say lower. The actual number of secretaries who said they're competent to take over their boss's job is 61. Not lower, higher. Pam, it is sudden death. Now listen carefully. Here's how we play sudden death. You have a queen, you can play it, or you're entitled to change it. You have to turn over all 4 cards correctly to win. One missed call, and Jack wins the game. However, you've got control. You can force him to play off this 8, which he cannot change. And he would have to turn over both of these cards, or the game is yours. The decision is yours, Pam. You want to play it yourself, or do you want to force Jack to play off that 8? What's it going to be?
I'm going to force Jack to play.
You're going to force Jack to play it. All right. Jack, you can't change this 8. You must make both of these calls correct. Call this card.
Higher.
Higher than an 8. If it's higher, you're still in the game. It is a 9. That's higher. One more card, Jack. Call it.
Well, the odds tell me to go lower. So I'm gonna say lower, please.
If this is lower than a 9, you've won the first game. If not, Pam has won it. And it is a queen. It's higher. Pam has won the game. Good strategy, Pam. It paid off for you. She's got $100. We're going to re-deal the cards and play the next game of the match right after this. Don't go away. And we're back. Game number 1 to the challenger, Pam. So, Jack, if you want to hang on to that championship, you need 2 in a row. And we've dealt out the cards for the second game. And the question goes to you, Jack. We asked 100 people at the farmer's market on a recent Wednesday morning, not Monday morning, Wednesday morning. Do you have a hangover? How many said yes?
Not on a
100, someone said.
Not on a Wednesday morning. Only 12 of them.
Only
had
12
hangovers.
of them. Pam, do you think it's higher or lower than 12?
I say lower.
You say lower than 12.
Yeah.
Sobriety reigns supreme. We'll find out. The actual number of people who said they had that Wednesday hangover is 16. Not lower, higher. Jack. First look at the cards, and here's your base card for this game. It is a 4. Do you want to play it or change it?
I like that card. I'll play it.
Then call this one.
That next card will be higher than the 4.
Higher than a 4, and remember you'd lose with another 4. It is a 5, a little bit higher. Okay.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going. Higher, please, on the
And
next card.
you call it higher than a 5. It is a queen, very much higher. Gets a little more difficult now, Jack. You've got 2 cards to protect.
I've got to
What's it
go.
gonna be?
It's lower than that queen.
You're going to go.
Gotta be.
Lower than a queen for his 3rd card. It is a deuce. Jack, that puts you in a great position now with that deuce. But remember, and I have to warn you, that if you're wrong, you lose them all. What are you going to do?
No doubt about it. I'm going higher.
You're saying higher. If this is higher than a 2, we have a tie. It is a 9. You've done it. 4 straight cards and tied it up. Great play. We're tied at get to the tiebreaker. Someone's going to get to it. Shot at over $25,000 right after this. We're tied, 1-1, each player with $100 in the game, and now we go to the tiebreaker, and as you can see from the board, there are just 4 cards up there. Here's the first question. It goes to you, Jack. We asked 100 girls on the UCLA campus, are you now on the birth control pill? How many said yes?
80 of them said yes.
80. 80. Pam, higher or lower?
Say lower.
You say lower. All right. The actual number of college girls who said they are now on the pill is 22. It's much lower. All right. Pam, first look at your base card, and it is a 2. Great card to start with.
Good.
Make your call.
The next card is higher.
Higher than a 2, we have an 8. Yes! That's the way to have them come up. What's the call here, or are you going to freeze?
No, I'm going on.
I didn't think so.
The next card is lower.
Lower than an ace, it is a jack. And you need just one more card for the match and a shot at the money cards. You're going to go.
I'm going.
Call it.
The next card is lower.
Lower than a jack. If this is lower than a jack, Pam wins the match. It is an ace. Wow. They are busting all over the place. Jack, a quick look at your card. You can't change it. It is a 9 to call this card.
Let's go. It has to be lower. Lower than that.
Lower than a 9, and it is a king. The way they are going around, nothing has to be. Fill in the spaces. Let's go to the next question. And Pam, it's to you. We asked 100 second grade pupils at a Los Angeles school, do you know what your daddy does for a living?
Oh,
how many knew? Second grade.
Second grade. I will say that 35 knew.
You're an ex-teacher, Pam.
Yeah.
35. Jack, higher or lower?
I think 35 is pretty close. I think it's a little bit lower than 35.
You say lower than 35. The actual number of second grade pupils who said they knew what their daddy does for a living is 12. Much lower. And you're the teacher, Pam. Jack, you want to play this 9 or you want to change it?
Now, let's change that 9.
And here's the next card off your deck, and it is a 3. All right, Jack, make your call on this card.
Higher, please, on the next
Somebody
card.
said lower. Higher than a 3, and we have a 4. Just a little bit higher. Jack, as always, you can freeze or continue.
Let's keep going. It's higher.
Higher than a 4, and it is a 6. The odds get a little bit tougher here. One card to turn over for the match, or you can lose them all.
It's too tempting. Let's go on.
It's too tempting.
Higher, please.
If this is higher, you remain the champion. It is an ace. That's higher. Yes. Jack, you did it. Congratulations. Pam, we thank you so much for joining us. Hope you had fun.
I did. Thanks so much.
$100 for winning the game with some nice party gifts. Thanks for being here, Pam. Jack, come on down here with me. Congratulations. Good win. We're going to get to the money cards and a crack at the big money, over $25,000 right after this. Okay, we're back. Jack, feeling ready?
I'm ready.
Hope the intuition's going to be working for you. You can make a lot of money here. Right. Then let's open the board and take a look at the money cards. Okay, Jack. Here's how we play the money cards. The $200 that you've won in the game is yours to keep. We're going to give you new money. This time you're going to bet that money. We'll give you $200 to start with, and you'll bet that money across the bottom line with those 3 cards. When you move up to the second line, we'll add another $200 of betting money. Now, the minimum bets are $50 until you get to that top card, that big bet, and there you must bet at least half your dollars. Now, it can really add up. Good luck, and we'll start you with $200. As always, you have the choice of 2 base cards. Let's see if we can get you off to a great start here. Here's the first base card, and it is an 8. Ooh.
No
Want to try the other? No way.
I'd like to change that, please.
All right, here's the next one, and you must play this one. Let's hope it's a good one. Jack, here's your base card. A 3.
I'll
Yeah,
take
that's
it.
a good card. All right.
I'll take it.
Jack, you have $200. You have a 3. How much do you want to bet on this next card?
Let's start off and go all $200. I think that
Okay.
next one is higher.
$200 higher than a 3, and as in the game, if it's another 3 you lose, it must be higher than a 3. For $200, it is a 4. Ooh, a little bit higher. You've got $400. You have a 4. What do you bet on this card?
Looks pretty good to me. $300 higher.
300 higher than a 4, and it is an 8.
All right.
Oh, yeah. $700. Great card. Make your bet here.
Let's go all the way. Lower. It's lower.
Lower than an ace for $700. It is a jack.
All right.
All right. $1,400. We're going to move this jack up to the next level and add another $200. You now have $1,600 and a jack. What's it going to be?
It looks pretty good, but I want to keep some money. I'll bet $900 that it's lower.
$900. Lower than a jack. You ever bet $900 before, Jack?
Never.
Lower than a jack. For $900, it is a 2. Yeah, much lower. Another $900 gives you $2,500 and a great card here.
Let's put all of it down, and it's going to be lower. Higher. No, higher.
Higher. We're not holding you to that. Higher, you say, Jack.
Higher.
$2,500 on the turn of this card. Higher. It is a 5. $5,000, Jack. All right, now, what's your bet on this card?
Let's bet $3,000 that the next card is higher.
$3,000. Higher than a 5. Come on, card. It is a king. Yeah! $8,000. You've got 8. We're going to the big bet. Now, Jack, you must bet at least half. You have to bet at least $4,000. You can bet more. What's your big bet?
I got to go with them. Let's put it all down, and I hope it's lower.
Everything. I hope it's lower too, Jack. Come on. $8,000 riding on this card with the big bet. For $8,000, come on, lower it is. Oh, no! It's an ace! Oh! Jack, come on down here. Oh, that's terrible. But, Jack, you've got another $200 for winning the match. $4,200 you won yesterday. You still have $4,400. We'll be right back. Oh, that's terrible. I only got 1 card for the Hershey. Oh, yeah. Jack, you are a gambler. $8,000 on the turn of a card, and you know if that card had turned over right for you, it would have been $16,000. Yeah, but you've got $4,200 from yesterday, another $200 today. You've got $4,400, and you'll meet a new challenger. The next time we play Card Sharks, I hope you'll join us for that, won't you? For now, bye-bye. Jack?
This is Johnny Olson speaking for Card Sharks. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.